Hello, Scorpio, to the timeless, the love variant reading, where we discuss anything that wants to come up in regards to however love may show up or not show up in your life. All right, so this could cover topics of being single, being partnered up and married, polyamory, relationship of some kind, karmics, true soulmate. Whatever brings you here is how you may find that something within this reading may be for you. With that being said, if you're here because Scorpio is in your sun, rising, and or Jupiter position, this reading may provide universal justice. Whereas if you're here because Scorpio is found in your Moon, Mercury, and or Venus position, you may be in search of emotional redemption, where I will ask that you check out my sister channel via the link below to see if the content over there can further assist you. You may need something different. Let's put it that way. All right. In the description box below, you'll also find access to how to book a service of mine, whether it be a remote healing session wherever you are on this earthly plane, and or even a tarot service of some kind. I am a master healer and whatnot. All right, we're going to dive right into your reading. I can tell this. It's so loud. Hydrate. Ooh. All right. These are all energies that actually have nothing to do with your reading, which is actually really great. And it makes me aware that no matter how serious the energy is around Scorpios this time, you know how to check in and check out. You know when the message is for you and when the message for you is not, which is really great to have on an independent journey when you are someone who really just takes in tarot as a form of entertainment and to process information that you pick up that seems resonant. That's meanwhile, as these energies distract me, as you take in the information that resonates with you and really allow yourself to process what is true and what is amiss. And it has nothing to do with what value you take in taking in the information from any of the readers that you're listening to, but more so becoming conscientious that, you know, they're not reading exactly for you. They're not pinpointing in your direct line of energy. They're throwing energies out and admittedly proving that they're actually collectively reading upon an energy that a lot of people are actually participating in. And kind of starting your reading out this way makes me aware that you, the individual, no matter how immersed you are in readings, you have an ability within yourself to take in individual pieces of the storyline and elaborating it with your own imagination of congruency. And that's great because you take really ownership for everything that you absorb, especially when you're quote unquote sensitive, which is a terminology I cannot stand to use for those who are very empathic, because I think it's almost like negative. Like, to be sensitive is a negative trait. Like, oh, you're so sensitive, and the reality of being sensitive is that you can pick up on situations and vibrations that other people cannot. That makes it a powerful situation. Right. So anyway, let's go dive into this love variant reading for you, Scorpio. Ooh. Some of you don't want the calendar year of 2023 to come to an end. So the need to find individuality comes out here with the Ace of Pentacles. All right, you really are manifesting power to withstand, power to uphold, power to make manifest, power to dignify, and to have integrity, and to characterize and get to know yourself with this burdens card here, Ten of Wands, to say that you're really taking in all that you can from all the perspective of what pain can bring to a life's journey. And moving forward is onward and lifeward. And, I think that's Catcher in the Rye, Life Word. All right, so some of you like that book. Maybe you take that as a hint to read the book. Four of Wands, Celebration, and then the Sun card, Positivity. And like I said, there's beautiful things coming from this energy. All right, I love that in this deck, the cards that are usually damning, like Ten of Wands, the injury card, is depicted with green. And as a healer, I really love vibrations and numbers and colors more so than words. However, I can go on into the nitty-gritty details of words if you let me. Okay, no problem. All right, but I enjoy more so the silence of existence, and understanding where it meets the mind is the heart space. It's the heart brain. It's the legacy that is giving you breath and awareness, or pulling you towards things that make you uncomfortable. So I like that the injury, quote unquote, injury cards here, Ten of Wands, for example, it comes across with a lot of green, because it gives me a lot of positivity here for the things that are to come here, with this violet peeking through from this the Sun card. Because what's happening here, you're mixing your solar plexus with your heart chakra, and really allowing your crown chakra to produce this violet that will be more independent for you, more sovereign, more individual, and more more poignant to the idea that integrating yourself and doing all this work is exactly what needs to be done in order to understand how life can bring you to various degrees of living and those people involved. So as you understand that lesson, you slowly understand more so the power of connectivity. So this power of connectivity is then being shown in how the universe brings you around situations, people that offset this notion of positivity within your life. But this positivity is not in the woo-woo of good love, good positive vibrations only, high vibes only, standing up for justice, or love and light, or come to us, we have a peaceful community. Like, those are all, in a way, over obsessive of positive energy that don't necessarily always meet up to fulfilling joys in a person's life, as you can hear all this background noise as we're trying to push through this message. Because the background noise is important to understand, that as you're trying to absorb the energies that I decided to chime in on and read for you, is part of understanding where vibrationally the discomfort lies in your body, to maintain the truth that we spoke of before the chaos set foot of itself in this background noise. And maybe when I'm saying all this is just, maybe it's not as loud for you as it is for me, but it's interesting that all that is coming into an awareness of individuality and what positivity means. Because the positivity aspect of life is to, in a mockery of way, in conversation, people say, oh, what makes you happy? Do the things that make you happy, and you should be happy. And the more and more individuals who understand the philosophy of that get taunted by the theory of its possibilities, because there is something missing, and that miss is in need to discover and understand, because we can bring understanding to it, and that understanding is beyond the measuring of understanding that there are good versus bad. It's an all communicative thing that is based off of vibrations, one being a bit more balanced than the other, one having to teach the other side a little bit better so that it can have a more harmonious interaction. Going back to the basics is very important to understand how chaotic the life of everyone has been as of late, and has been as of history. and to bringing that into home, whether it's your home of the mind, home of the heart, home of your gut. We need them to make sense for thyself so that you can understand what growth is and how to let go of burdens of former past as you're growing into your future. All right, look at that sunshine popping through here with the sun card here. Nothing but beauty, nothing but high vibrational, sustainable energy. That doesn't mean that it can't go lower. It just means it will never have something to teach you anymore if the high vibration of how you are goes low, because it's sustainable already. Anything that you feel that is offering itself as pain is actually coming up with not having yet given you a high vibrational chance to focus on that low vibrational quality of yourself that you think is existing, and challenge it to coexist with high vibrational light, because that high vibrational light hasn't yet been given the coding, the binary coding needed by you, the trigger of your consciousness, to fix that, what it is that's broken. Doing so is in the quality of like self-meditation, where people wake up from consciousness of the coma and have outer body experience. Like those are in the realms where we mesh with understanding the conscious self and the higher self of our beings. Dancing in all its possibility is all growth and all potential vastness of expansion that allows you to understand the environment that you seek, the environment that you want to grow in, and the love that you want. Because right now the love needs to be on yourself, as it has been. That's why why are we not talking about anybody else? There's no one else to talk about about you in your life right now. Whether you're married, divorced, the situation is about you and you and you and you alone. And until you get that message across in all aspects and all forms of the blessings of the universe that can provide, we're not going to want to distract you with depending on the need of someone else's manifestations to satisfy you, or you to satisfy them. It should be equal. You should be able to stand next to each other and feel each other embrace of love and never have to question if it's unconditional or not. Some more of Ace of Pentacles. Understanding the ellipses of time. Okay, it takes time and growth to understand full aspects of oneself. All right, more Virgo energy to make that lesson very fucking known. And a Nine of Pentacles here to make it even more clear of a message that the independency of love has to come from knowing yourself. And then the opportunity here with the Queen of Pentacles, backed up with all this sunshine on this table right now, is indicative to proving you that you have what it takes to make it. And this orange cloak that she's wearing here feeds off of the fact that the little speck of positivity that you fed over time has grown and grown and grown into more courage, more dignified acceptance of self, knowing boundaries and consent. Look at that, Magician. Once you understand that you have full control, full immunity to understanding how the burdens of life can actually be turned into perspective change of high vibrational law of attraction and manifestation that will bring the chaos that you need. There you go. As I say that, bring the chaos that you need with the Seven of Wands energy to prove that you can handle any chaotic situation. Anything that is in your way, you can handle, because you'll learn from this perspective that the things that are out of your control are not meant for you to control. And that's how you control the chaos. Look at that. That's how you control the chaos. Ten of Swords. You've battled. You've completed the cycle. You're overcoming that. You're in this last stages to fulfill the next step. Getting your pentacles in line. Getting your sustenance of being alive, aligned, and in line. Look at that. Judgment. It's fascinating, powerful reading, Scorpio. I am very proud of the work that you've done here. Three of Wands. You waited a long time for this journey of spirit to come and answer your call here. You've been waiting for the messages to make sense here with the Three of Wands, Ace of Wands here, and that's Eight of Wands. All that communication, and then look, more pentacles, more congruency, more stability, more and more pentacles, where the queen showed up, the king showed up too. So you have an absolutely gorgeous understanding of feminine and masculine energy within yourself, and to bring it to a spectrum of awareness that offers you so much power and walking in alignment with your higher self, that it is in need to show you how aligned your higher self is with the new universe, the new Yuga ages, the new age and dawning of mankind, and bringing that all into togetherness of a version of sharing that space on this earthly globe. It is that big, it is that political, because it has to become very individual for you to understand the future lies in the creation of what you have right in front of you. Congratulations, Scorpio. You've done a lot of work here. A lot of work. I see a lot of money returning here. So if somebody has come and taken money from you, has paid you dues, if it's not coming back from individuals because you're journeying out of their sector, that will be compensated by the universe somehow, some way, by someone else. By someone else, all right? Someone else is going to basically pay up for what another person still owes you. And at that moment, when that becomes made aware, you'll understand what it means to outgrow the past and not be so weighted and burdened by it. Fascinating. So you can see my little curls here. All right, anyway, so that is all that I have for you, Scorpio. I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space, and may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.